Hello there, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a get to know me tag. I'm very excited to do it. Usually I see a lot of people do this question tag things as their first videos, but I just feel like I want to do it right now. I also usually find them very interesting, so hopefully my responses will help you know me better. And I'm definitely sourcing these questions online. I will share the link in the description in case anyone would like to, I don't know, answer or something on their own platforms. Yeah, you can do so. Also, if you might have any questions that you might want to know about me, you can leave it in the comment and I will reply. So the first ones are basics. So full names, meanings of my names, who named me, and my nickname. So my full names, okay, Ventura Kwamboka Kireki. Usually I don't like Kwamboka a lot, but it is my middle name. The meanings of my name. So Ventura means luck or good fortune. Kwamboka means like born while crossing the river, something like that. And Kireki, I'm not sure what it means. Yeah, so I don't know if I was crossing over to my luck, but I guess that's what I want to believe. About who named me. So I was actually named by my dad, and my mom initially wanted to name me something like Eve or Eva. It's actually a bit strange. Okay, not strange, but maybe weird to just think that I could possibly be called Eve or something like that. I just cannot see myself being an Eve or Eva or something. But yeah, basically she wanted to name me that because my birthday is on 24th December, Christmas Eve. So honestly, I'm happy my dad stepped in and I got to have a cool name. And what is my nickname? So when I was a couple of years back, I had this classmate in primary, and she used to say she had a friend who was called something like Venchichi or something of the sort, and every time she would call me, she said like I reminded her of her friend. So that is the name I picked up as my nickname. So I went by Venchichi for a long time. It used to be like my name on my socials, and then of course people started calling me Chichi for short as well. So some people who've known me since that time still call me Venchichi or Chichi. So yeah, that's my nickname. I I do have people who just call me V for short. Some people call me Ven Ven, I think. I mean, I don't mind them. I don't particularly think I have any attachment to like nicknames and like, oh, this is special if so and so calls me this. I mean, yeah, you can refer me to whichever, I guess by whichever. But yeah, people who've known me longer just tend to call me Chichi more often. Yeah, the next one is what my ice cream flavor, my favorite ice cream flavor is. So I'm a vanilla girl. I love vanilla ice cream a lot. A second close for me is cookies and cream flavor, which I think is pretty much like vanilla, just added with some chocolate cookies or whatever it is they add. However, with the cookies and cream, I don't like the cookies and cream from many brands. The one I like so far is the one by Dairyland. I've tried other brands and honestly I don't like their cookies and cream as much. So yeah, that's it for my ice cream flavor. So what is my favorite vacation destination? So usually I'm a tropical girl. I like the beach, like literally that's usually my ideal type of vacation. So anywhere that's tropical for me is my ideal vacation. I do want to step out a bit and get into other forms of trips like the bush things. I'm actually planning to do a bush kind of stay, maybe in a couple of months, maybe soon, I don't know. But actually it's on my consideration list for what I'd want to do for my birthday trip, because I literally have like options. I'm just like I don't know if I'll settle on that, but if I do that bush trip, I'll combine it with a beach trip as well. It will be If I do that, it's going to be in Tanzania, so I might do like Arusha and Dar es Salaam. So yeah, that's still in the works, still seeing if I'll do it, but definitely really considering that as an option for my birthday trip. All right. Another question: do I have any siblings? I do. I have two siblings, a brother and a sister. I'm the first one. I usually also hear that a lot of people think I'm an only child. I don't know why they get that vibe, but also I guess because I live more independently. Like, I feel like a lot of I don't know, people who have siblings, sometimes, their siblings feature a lot in like their photos or something like that. But for us, I just feel like everyone lives their own individual lives, and it's like, yeah, so I do have siblings, basically. That's the response, full stop. So another question is, what is my favorite childhood memory or childhood memories? So for me, I'd say my favorite childhood memories are my birthdays. Honestly, when I was young, my parents, I think my dad specifically, used to do the most for me for my birthday. I don't necessarily think it was just for me, like full stop, but because of the time my birthday is, it's usually a very festive season. It was also like an opportunity for him to hang out with his friends, and so close family friends, some relatives would also like join in the celebrations and everything. So it wasn't really necessarily like just a grand party for me, but everything was grand, and the fact that my birthday happened to be during that period just made it very lovely for me. Like, honestly, loved those. Honestly, I haven't even had a birthday party like in a long time. Like, since I grew up, I really haven't. But I think one day I will. I would honestly love to have one. But then again, because of the time, a lot of people usually aren't around. So I think that's why now I just want to plan for things I will do during that time. And this time, I'm like, you know what, let me just do a trip and celebrate myself. Yeah. Another question, there was one, I think. Oh yeah, where did I grow up? I grew up in Mombasa. I loved growing up in Mombasa. I really miss it a lot. And you see, when I used to live mainly in Mombasa, I used to love the idea of living in Nairobi so much, because a lot of my friends were based in Nairobi. So I was like, oh my goodness, like, I used to feel a bit left out. But now that I live in Nairobi, I want to move back to Mombasa. So it is what it is, and I don't have a Coastalian accent like many people would assume. I don't even think I've ever had that type of accent ever, or if I did, I couldn't tell. But a lot of people would never click that I grew up in Mombasa at some point. Yeah. Another question: am I a bathroom singer? Yes, I definitely am. You see those videos where, or rather those memes, whatever, that, when a song is playing, but it's not the song you want to play, so you literally reach your hand out from the shower to change the song. That's usually me. I'm a bathroom singer. I think I'm very talented and whatever. Like, no one can tell me anything. I mean, except me listening to my own voice notes singing. I'm just like, okay, maybe not. So another question is if I have any allergies. So I don't have allergies per se. I am actually not a picky eater at all. I will literally try anything and everything. Like, at least I'll give it a chance. And so far, I have not had any bad or any experiences with allergies. What I am careful with is just dairy, but if I take it in moderation, I'm usually fine. But if I excessively have it, I usually get problems. And excessively could be like, maybe today I have ice cream, then tomorrow milkshake, then load the pizza and something. So if I do that within a short time space, I definitely get affected. Or sometimes it doesn't even have to be like maybe recurrent, just in large quantities it affects me. But other than that, I'm good. And sometimes I would rather suffer the consequences and enjoy whatever it is that I want to. Another one is, do you get angry quickly? So yes, I do get angry quickly, but I believe I don't show it. So that's one thing about me. I think I am able to mask a lot of, things, especially such emotions like anger. And I think it's just been a work in progress. When I was younger, I was never really good with like anger management and all that stuff. But now I get angry, but then I can calm down and bring it up when I'm at least in a better space and whatever. So I get angry quickly, but I don't show it. Yeah, or maybe I do and I've just been lying to myself, but that's what I believe. And kind of related to that, do I prefer people who are blunt or like people who carefully choose their words? So for me, I like people who, carefully choosing your words. I guess it just depends. Because sometimes when people are blunt, in most cases, it's taken to mean that it's okay for someone to say something in a disrespectful manner or just be cruel or unkind or whatever. So if that's the perception of being blunt, if it's associated with being brutal, I don't like it. But if being blunt is just being straightforward and honest, I like it. Choosing your words carefully, I can understand that because sometimes that means not disrespecting someone, not probably saying something you might regret. But if it's at the expense of your own well-being, I don't really think I am pro it as much, because also understand sometimes you speak from a point of emotion overcoming you and all those things. So I wouldn't say I necessarily have a preference, but just be honest. And sometimes delivery is important. I don't know if it's usually everything sometimes, but yeah, I guess that's my response. Do I have a tattoo? I do not have a tattoo. I have thought of getting one for maybe a while-ish. I remember at some point I used to, especially I think when I was in high school and maybe some portion of primary, I used to draw on myself sometimes with like markers to just see how it would look like if I had a tattoo. So it's something that has crossed my mind, but I've not actualized it because I fear like physical pain. So I usually imagine it's going to be very painful. Then I'm also usually like I don't know if I really trust it, like, because I'm just like, I have very sensitive skin. So I'm usually like, I do not know how sanitary people are, like, yeah. So that, I guess those are like the two main things holding me back. And also, I've not really thought of like an elaborate thing to put on myself. So yeah, I don't want to just get something and just be like, oh my god, what did I do? Like, what is this? Yeah, so I don't have one. Thought of getting one, might not, doesn't feature prominently in my mind as much. So yeah, I guess it is what it is. The second last one, what kind of shows stroke movies do I watch? So when I'm willing to put in time, I like watching crime and mystery like movies and shows, and that is regardless of whether it's like an American show or Korean or something. That's usually my preferred genre. But when I don't necessarily have time like that, or I don't want to concentrate or focus, or just I want something that requires no attention, I put on some reality TV or some sitcoms, like something easy, like that thing I could just leave play in the background sometimes, even like when I'm cooking or something, and it's not like of great consequence in my opinion. So yeah, when I have time and I want to concentrate, definitely crime mysteries. If I don't want to necessarily have that attention or whatever, definitely reality shows, reality TV, and sitcoms, comedy stuff. Yeah. And then the final question is, what do you like most about your life right now? So I think for me, what I like most about my life right now is the fact that I think I've gotten to a point where I feel like I'm in charge of my life, and I am confident in decisions I'm making for myself. I think it's more of like freedom, the freedom I have to choose for myself, I think that's what I love. And sometimes I feel like that freedom means much more when you give it to yourself, not necessarily like, or maybe now you no longer live with your parents and or you can decide. But sometimes I think you need to also give yourself that freedom to like choose things and also to allow yourself to experience the consequences of your choice, because sometimes it is a good thing. Might not You might not always make the right decisions, but if you're able to own them and you're happy to, and realize that, you know, I still can decide and choose otherwise and it can be good and better. So for me, I think what I like most about myself is that the freedom to choose like how I want my life to be, what I want to do, and basically that kind of stuff. That's definitely my favorite thing and what I like most about my life at the moment. So I think I have answered everything I wanted to answer in this video, and I hope you know me a bit better. I don't know if I should just add like some bonus things. No, I think some things I have mentioned a lot on my other platforms about myself. So that's it for today's video. I feel like, you know, super light, and yeah, like it's a fun thing to do. If you want to do it, you can, you know, as I've said, have I said it? But yeah, I'll link the site I got these questions from, and if you want to use them in any of the platforms, you can use them. And I will see you on the next video. So bye bye.